I'm currently at the IPD Wangsa Maju, but it's Jalan Pudu. My God, the police station is such in a bad state. I wonder how these poor cops can work in such conditions. Where's all the budget? By the way, kerajaan konon keluarga Malaysia, mana budget nak upgrade these poor cops punya office, punya quarters? My God, dah lah gaji kecil. Anyway, I'm waiting to see the IO. To give a statement. I don't know what I think it's just a procedure, right? That they ask you about the report that you filed. And earlier, I filed a report against 4 Twitter users for threatening, inciting to kill people who declined the vaccine. And I named Khairi, Adham, DG, Hishamuddin, PM Sabri, and Azalina. The last two for just not doing anything. And Khairi, coincidentally, one guy who's also waiting to see the investigating officer, he also was saying Khairi is Menteri Kesihatan yang paling zalim, menteri yang paling zalim dia pernah jumpa, and he's an old guy, you know. Khairi, you look like hell actually, you look like crap. Maybe it's because, half the rakyat Malaysia are cursing you, and there's a lot on your conscience. Maybe it's the guilt that's keeping you awake. Who knows, if you have a conscience lah. Anyway, apa I nak cakap mah? I wanted to talk about your another dumb statement that you came out with this morning, that konon anti-vaxxers, you're not living in a bubble. I want to correct you lah. Number one, we're not anti-vaxxers. We are pro-choice. If you can guarantee my safety and that of my children and our security, and you know all the long-term effects of this trial vaccine, I know you're not stupid. I know why you volunteered for Sino lah, And if you can guarantee our safety instead of giving us this ridiculous, idiotic, nonsensical, paksa rela option, this consent form where I am forced to consent to possible injury to myself and to my children, then you can stuff your vaccines lah. You can stuff all your coercion, all your consent form, use it as toilet paper. And apa lagi oh yeah, your travel bubble is bullshit lah. It's like your fart coming out of your ass. Whatever statements come out of your mouth also are like your farts. Your travel bubble is also like your big fart, a big fart lie. Why don't you be honest lah? You're talking about that we don't live in a bubble. You explain why your Langkawi travel bubble has produced over 50 cases at Hotel X, and why is it secret? And how many of these lab rats that you rewarded with travel privileges are now scurrying all around Malaysia? Tell us the truth lah. Before you talk about us and those who choose to be unvaccinated at this time due to lack of evidence and lack of what you call liability on your part, zero liability on your part. Before you talk about that, you tell us the truth lah. Give us the proper figures about how many of those within that travel bubble are infected, and how far spread is the infection right now. And another advice I would like to give you, you jangan ingat rakyat bodoh. You don't think that we don't know our rights, okay? First of all, you ingat, you remember where you came from. You and the whole bloody cabinet were actually kicked to the curb. This is a democracy, okay? Let me remind you, okay? And you guys hijacked our democracy. You hijacked our votes. You kept pimping our votes amongst you all. And then you crawl back up the sewer and install yourself back as our government. So you are not our voice. You didn't have my vote. Okay? So you don't dare dictate to me things that are going to affect my life, the lives of my children, and the long term. We are sick of this charade. We are sick of this. The figures coming from UK, Israel, Singapore clearly show that even high vaccination rates don't quell the infections. And let me tell you, this, you're talking about hospitalization, okay? Why are we being punished? We who want to take care of our health, and we who take extra care of our health so that we don't get infected. We know that there's no real medicine right now except for some therapeutics that KKM itself refuses to use, thus increasing the BID and allowing people to progress until category 3, 4. Treatments like ivermectin, which are not voodoo science but being used by top critical care doctors who are pulmonary specialists, heart specialists in the US. Just go and look at the FLCCC website. Ini bukan voodoo scientist macam you. Ini semua proper doctors. You are not even a doctor lah, and yet you're a health minister trying to dictate about my health lah. Please lah, go fly a kite lah, Khairi. I want to remind Azalina, as the human rights advisor, you look at what is going on in Malaysia. Yeah, people have a right to health. Khairi and DG is giving the impression that we are a threat to reopening the economy and threat to others' health. We are not. The data clearly shows, even DG himself stated, vax or unvax, sama. Same, you can get infected, you can infect, viral load is the same. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't seen the real evidence except that just repeated by one side. We haven't seen the other side, okay? That they said konon hospitalizations are less severe. And the thing is, yang severe pun sekarang ni, those who have comorbidities, okay? Kenapa you tak blame these people with diabetes, hypertension, obese, yang tak jaga makan, tak jaga minum, yang tak exercise? Some, okay, it's not through their own fault that they get some diseases, okay? Why don't you blame these people for clogging up the ICU, that because of them the cases are severe? If I take care of my health, I have less chance of getting severe COVID. And if I get severe COVID pun, penyakit lain tak ada ke? Setengah orang severe, setengah orang tak severe. Kalau dah ajal tu, ajal lah kan. Tapi don't lah put it all on our heads. For a virus that bila infect tu 98% get category 1 and 2, even pre-vaccination frenzy, to force vaccinate everyone with a vaccine with unknown long-term effects that you cannot guarantee, that you force us to consent to, is really abhorrent. That's all I can say lah. Anyway, kita orang dah penat lah, Khairi. We want our freedoms. For 2 years we've been oppressed, locked down by this bloody government that we didn't choose. And we see this bloody VIPs, undang-undang antara 2 darjat, which also caused the spikes. Undang-undang antara 2 darjat between Taukas and the regular Malays that you konon, you cakap you want to bela, that's why you hijack the government, which is bullshit lah, you know. And apa ni, we just want to be enough of this lah, enough of this oppression lah. I'm not going to wait another 2 years for this bloody phase 3, phase 4 and whatever phase, and you still have these restrictions for those who choose their health over these trial vaccines. I tell you, you have no idea of the number of people who are really angry. You don't underestimate the rakyat, okay? Don't underestimate the oppressed. You are the biggest oppressor currently, and I think your sleepless nights can attest to that, because no one can sleep under the amount of anger that is being directed at them for their oppression. Again, I remind you, this is a democracy and you are running it like a bloody communist country. And where are you, PM Sabri? Khairi dah jadi de facto PM lah. Mana you Mana you punya keluarga Malaysia? Mana you punya kasih sayang punya timah, all that bullshit? Have you read all the things, or have you read all the comments on your FB, on Khairi's FB? Have you read the memo by PPIM, GPMC, Gerakan Postmortem COVID? Malaysian Freedom Movement. You dengar ke rintihan rakyat? Ah, I advise you lah. You better listen to the rakyat before it's too late.